Hey everybody, come on in. It's Yankey Rants. I might be smiling, but we're not going to be smiling. We're going to be ranting and raving and carrying on. I got a few things written down, but I want to hear from you. So if you're here, comment, take part in the show. Let me know what you're mad about, because we'll get to the comments. We'll get to all of that. We'll get into all kinds of things, and this is always participation. But come on in, share, get it out, do a watch party. Watch parties work great for getting shows out, I'm telling you. Facebook has not closed that loophole yet. If you want to get something out, do a watch Facebook. Hold on just a second. There was a slight audio glitch. I had to go fix that. But this is a rant show. Got some topics written down, like I said. I'm going to carry on for a little bit, rant and rave, talk about some different things. I got some stuff written down out the lion ass media and Julian Assange. That's what we're going to get to in my little rant. I'm going to talk about that stuff for a little here in a minute. And then afterwards, we'll hang out and talk about anything you guys want, anything at all. Doesn't matter. So comment, take part in the show that you want to talk about, and we will get to it. But I am going to pull up, make sure we're live everywhere first, and then I'm going to go started with what I had planned. Let me make sure everywhere is up. Looks like we're good everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the rant here. And then, like I said, take part, communicate, comment. Let me know what you want to talk about, what you want to say, and we'll get to it. We will. But I am going to pull up my rant screen here and get in rant mood. And we're going to get started. And the first thing I want to talk about tonight, the first thing on the list is self-doubt. Now, self-doubt can be a beast. Self-doubt can break you down. I made a big mistake last night. I was doing a live show and I made a big mistake. I did something unprofessional and I beat myself up about it all night long. It was really hard for me to carry on and to continue forward because I was being hard on myself. I broke. I had a moment of weakness. But we had an awesome show. Why wasn't I able to feel good about that? We had 80 people there at one point, the most I've ever had at a feed. Tim Black numbers. I study Tim Black. I'm trying to be professional at this. I'm trying to do this as a living moving forward. And the amount of self-doubt that flooded in when I made that mistake, and that's all it was a mistake. And who hasn't made a mistake? Your mistakes don't define you. Your reaction to them does. What you do when you make a mistake. And I made a mistake. And I apologize to everyone that saw it, experienced it, and was there, and to the people that were involved. I apologize, but it was a mistake. I can't do anything to fix it, and it's in the past. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to keep putting in work. I'm not going to let life convince me that I can't have something. And that's what self-doubt is. It's your brain trying to protect you. It's trying to protect you. It's looking out for your best interest. It's protecting you from danger. That's scary. You're trying to do something new. You're trying to do something dangerous. What if you fail? What if it doesn't work? You know, let's think about that for a second. That's what your mind is doing. That's what your mind is trying to do. Your mind is trying to protect you. It's looking out for you. It's a coward, though. It never wants to do anything new. It never wants to try anything. It never wants to take any chances. So I have chosen to ignore that voice in my mind. And excuse me, I deal with self-doubt problems. I deal with depression. I'm not very open about it. A lot of people are more courageous than me and are more open about the mental struggles that they deal with. But self-doubt is a big issue in my life and something I've always dealt with. But I'm trying to silence it. We all have that weak voice in us that's always trying to tell us to quit, to back down, to give up. And it's right. When you quit and you give up, things will be easier. But what it doesn't tell you is that you won't get anything. You'll never accomplish anything like that. You'll stay stuck and you'll stay sitting still. You got to get out there and take what you want from life. And self doubt will try to convince you you can't have it. But it's a liar and it lies to you. You got to ignore it. And like last night, I can't fix that. I made a mistake. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to get a little better every show. I will make this my job. If you would like to help support the shows, there's links in the description for how to do that. But sharing it helps us. Get it out. Because we still got other things to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit more about self-doubt. But I'm going to get to lying media and Julian Assange. And by the time I get to Assange, I should be pretty well pissed off. But I did need to start with the self-doubt segment because it allowed me to point out, one, that everyone experiences it. You know, I experience self-doubt. Of course, everybody does. But you can rise above it. You can get over it. I could have let that break me. You know, what I did was unprofessional. And I could have let it make me believe, like it tried to, that I can't do this, that I won't be able to do this. You know, I won't be able to keep my stuff together while I'm on the air, you know. And I was worried about this show because I'm like, this show, I kind of let the reins loose. I kind of let me loose sometimes. I've broke a tooth on this show before. I get into it. So I was worried. And I still am a little skeptical about whether or not I'll be able to pull it back, you know, or if I'll get out of hand. You can see I'm a little restrained. And it's self-doubt and it's weakness. And I'm going to rise above it and we're going to have a good show. Because we got to talk about the lying ass media. The media is nothing but lies. It is weaponized propaganda. It was taken over by the CIA in the 50s. And it's owned by 6 corporations. To not acknowledge that is willful ignorance. You know, most people know that. It should be common knowledge, but it's not. When we say or think, you know, most people in our circles know that. That's what I mean by most people. Most people don't know that. The average person turns on their TV and they watch the news and they think they can believe what's coming out of that box, that flickering lion box that sits in everybody's living room. All it does is lie. It spreads lies and propaganda. It's a weapon. It is weaponized propaganda designed to affect your emotions, designed to affect you. It's called programming for a reason. It's television programming. And that's exactly what it is. And if you believe it, if you watch the news and you think it's real news, I pity you. I feel sorry for you. And if I could, just for a second, let me try and plead with you. Please understand that everything coming out of that box is a lie. Please stop listening to it. Haven't they done enough? What more does the media have to do to show the average person that they are hot garbage? Entertainment at best, pageantry. They're not news. It's not information. They don't inform people. They entertain. That's what they do. They give opinions. They have on experts who give their opinion. And that's news now. That's what news is. You know, that's what you can expect when you turn on your TV to get news, to get informed. You can expect to not get informed. You can expect to not get any truth. Not unless you're finding it for yourself, unless you're watching independent media. If you're turning on the mainstream media for news, you are getting weaponized propaganda. That's what you're getting. So stop it. Turn it off. And seek out some truth, and you will find out that I'm telling you the truth, that I am not lying to you. And you will see that there is a lot. You know, I wish I could say they were failing. They're doing great, but more and more people are waking up. But more people need to. Turn it off. The only thing that'll kill it is taking eyeballs away from it, taking views away. You got to turn off the lying media. The media is nothing but lies, propaganda. It's a weapon. And journalism doesn't exist on the mainstream media. There's a real journalist right now being persecuted and sitting in a cell because he spreads the truth, does real journalism, does what journalism's supposed to do. He's rotting in a cell because of that. And that's his crime. And he spread the truth. Truth about powerful people that are now trying to ruin or even end his life. That's what has happened to the truth because of the media. The mainstream media, the weapon that is the mainstream media, is there, and its purpose is to distort the truth, to distort reality, to paint reality, to create reality in real time, to lie to people, mislead them, and misdirect them, misinform them. It's very good. It's very effective. And real truth is being silenced in real time by that same media. We can't allow this at some point and take a stand. Millions of us are, but more of us need to. And even if you're mocking it, don't watch it. Don't watch the mainstream media. Take your focus away from it because it does nothing but give them what they need: ratings and attention. People talking about them. Turn it off. Cut it off. Support real before it's dead. Before there's none to support. Before it's all killed off. You know, Google wants it to be something. You only get one result. They want to control reality, control the truth, control the narrative. Think about, how would anybody ever research something like 9/11 or the fact that the CIA infiltrated the media? How would someone research Operation Mockingbird if the only result you got for Operation Mockingbird was the Wikipedia result? If the establishment powers that be get their way and you only get one version of the truth, that's 1984 come to life. How much of this are we going to allow? At what point are we going to say that this is enough? It's too much. It needs to be now. We need to quit waiting for the right time to fight and fight. And I don't know how we do it because we have to wake people up. But we've got to stop being so high and mighty. So, well, I'm woke. I understand the media's garbage. I understand it's that it can't be trusted. I know all that, so I'm okay. But you're not okay because the situation is still going on. We're still in the situation. So you're not okay. You're not okay at all. Nobody's okay. And it's not okay to look away. Evil doesn't thrive because evil's so great. Evil thrives because good people look on and do nothing. They don't get involved. They don't participate. They look the other way. And that's not doing anything to move society forward. That's not doing anything to help. That's the problem. That's part of the problem. You know, we can't go on like that. Because evil's so great. Evil thrives because good people. But that's true what I was just saying. Evil thrives because good people look away and good people do nothing. And the media plays a big part in that. The media is all lies. Like I said, let's go ahead and get to Julian Assange. We have got to stand up to this suppression of the truth. Because if we don't, it will be killed off. They're trying to eliminate it in real time. And like I said, there is a man who is rotting in a prison cell right now. They are trying to extradite him to the United States to try him for crimes of treason against the United States and trying to manipulate a United States election and conspiring with Chelsea Manning against the United States government. Everything Julian Assange released, everything WikiLeaks has ever put out, matter of fact, is true. These people are not persecuting Julian Assange because he lied, because he's pushing lies. That's not why they're persecuting Julian Assange. That's not why they're going after him. That's not why he's sitting in a cell right now. It's because he's telling the truth. Truth that very important, very powerful people don't want out there. He's exposed it. And now he's paying for it. He's been paying for it. He was stuck in an embassy room. You know, they did some disgusting secret camera footage of Julian Assange while he was in the embassy, the Ecuadorian embassy, which he was in for 7 years. Rich. Where would these people go if it wasn't for a place like WikiLeaks didn't exist? Where would they go? And what incentive is there for someone to rise up and create a place like WikiLeaks for people when we allow the person that did it to be persecuted, to be made of? We can't allow this. And we can't keep waiting. I always see people saying, well, will they tonight at the debates? What politician's going to talk about Julian? Stop waiting for a hero. Stop waiting for someone to come save. We have to save us. We are responsible for our own destiny. Take ownership of it. Realize that only we can Julian Assange, the people. We have to stop acting like we're so weak. We're not weak. And our numbers make us strong. We can have these things. We can make change. We can eliminate evil if we stop. Some guy that just does Facebook shows and YouTube shows, they want to shut me up. They want to eliminate conspiratorial content. Every trying to shut up people like me, dissenting voices. It looks like we died on Facebook. I hope it comes back. Someone on Facebook, let me know if we're okay. We had a lot of people here on Facebook. There was close to 100 at one point. We're also live on YouTube. If we have problems on Facebook, come to me on things and stuff. And we are multi-streaming. We're live on 3 places. We're live on Twitter as well. But Kathy says, terrible why they won't let your... Oh yeah, we're throttling. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm noticing we're having trouble on all the platforms, but we're buffering. I apologize for that. It looks like we're still up on Facebook though. But go ahead and comment. Anything about, we'll get into it. But I am talking about Julian Assange and the persecution of Julian Assange that we are quite frankly allowing. Can't allow that. We can't allow this corporate censorship. You know, Google and Facebook own these social media platforms, these venues of information, and they are trying to shut them down. And if we allow them to do that, then truth will die. It will be gone. It will be a thing of the past. And we won't even recognize our world. It will be unrecognizable. And I don't want that. So I've got to do everything I can to try and stop that in every way that I can. And the only way I know to all these lies and all the propaganda and all the evil around us is with the truth. The truth is the only weapon we have. And to allow a truth teller to be persecuted, like we're allowing Julian Assange to be persecuted. We have to take ownership. And not just us. All over the world, you know. We got to protect the truth. Because those in power, they don't want it protected. They want to control it. They want to control what you hear, what you see, what you take in, and most importantly, what you believe. And they will silence people like Julian if they can. And they only can do what we let them do. We tolerate things. If you're honest with yourself, and a lot of people don't want to do that, but if you're honest with yourself, you know that we allow these things by tolerating them. We don't have to tolerate this stuff. We are over 200 viewers on Facebook. I am really impressed with that. That is amazing. I'm trying to stay professional, but I am high on life right now, quite honestly. Thanks for sharing, guys. I know that's all up to the viewers and the people that have been loyal to the show since we started out. We just went pro with this. So we're an independent journalism, an independent show as well. You got to support that stuff. You got to fight for it and support it, or it will die. And if you can, support this show. If you like this show and you'd like to see it grow, there are links in the description for how to support this show. I am doing this professionally. This is a weekly show. We will be on next week, next Thursday, to rant about something else. You know, because we do doubt ourselves. We doubt our power. We have power. When we unite and we stand united, we are powerful and we can make change happen. Now, this political show, I have a political show, but this isn't it. Just fight. No matter how you fight, no matter what you're doing to fight, fight the evil in and fight for people like Julian Assange. Julian Assange is a hero. He's not even a citizen, but he's a worldwide hero. And what's happening to him is disgusting. It's disgusting. We should not allow it. Steve says Sean is going viral. I'm crashing too. But yeah, we're climbing up the ladder over on Facebook. Looks like we crashed on Facebook again. We're having a lot of problems, but we're live on YouTube as well. Me on Things and Stuff on YouTube. You can come over to YouTube because we're going to keep going. We usually do about an hour on these shows. So YouTube, if Facebook crashes, Me on Things and Stuff on YouTube. We're live right now, or on Twitter. And hi to everybody on Periscope. You guys are a quiet. I'm going to tell you, Periscope for Twitter is a very active platform. Twitter is all about talking and just speech. It's constant. But they don't communicate. I've noticed I get good viewership on Twitter, but they are not a talkative. I don't know what's going on. My streaming service says I'm good, but I look like I've crashed on every platform. We are getting a new computer though. The new computer will be in soon, and we should have less problems with buffering. A lot of it's that I'm being throttled. A lot of it is that, you know, this kind of message and this kind of content is throttled and it is kept back. It looks like we came back on Facebook though. We're still up on Facebook. We're up. I'm going to keep going. But let me know what you want to talk about. I noticed Ginger had said something about Belmarsh prison. That's where Julian is. Hasn't allowed Julian to do anything to get ready for his extradition hearings. All his mail for 3 months. What's going on there is disgusting, you know, and they'll try and say that they treat him right, well, and that he's healthy. But the people that visit him, they tell a very different story, and it's just awful. You know, I follow his mother, and I follow some of the people that are active in supporting and speaking out for Julian. And the things that I'm hearing coming out of that prison and going on with him are just awful. And it's disgusting. And we don't have to allow it. We can bring awareness and wake people up. That's how we fight, with the truth. Spreading the truth and getting out there and waking people up and informing them that Julian Assange is being persecuted, that the media is lying to you at every turn and opportunity and trying their best to color reality in real time. Marvina says we're lagging. I know, babe. Babel says we're lagging. I know, and I apologize for that. Hopefully the audio is okay. We have not had any problems. Steve can tell you. Steve's a regular. but we're having problems tonight. Um, and looks like we're having problems on every platform. But I am going to push through it. I'm going to continue on because we still have viewers. People are still watching. So I think that we're getting out there. At least the audio is getting out there. So smash the like buttons and share the show. That is the best way to help me. I'm trying to grow my audience. I am new to professionally streaming. I'm a brand new baby at this, and I have 5 current shows. Yeah, Steve says so few comments. I bet you that a lot of people are in watch parties. There's been a lot of watch parties going on for my feeds. And in the watch parties, Facebook hasn't integrated it to where the watch party comments come into the live feed. But I bet you that's what it is. Because I found that I'll find little watch parties sprinkled around and I can look at their comments in their individual watch parties. But if you're at a watch party and you're commenting, know that I probably will stumble upon it in my feed and try to respond to what you said. But if you're at the main feed, I'm taking requests. We can talk about anything you want. And if I want to hear what you think about the media, I want to hear what you think about self-doubt, what you think about that, what you think about Julian Assange. Baba says audio is okay, so keep going. We will. We'll keep going. We're going to do a full show for you. We always do an hour. So we're going to at least do an hour, but we'll do more if there's more people talking and there's conversation going on, and we'll keep going. We'll push through. So this is important. The important message has already happened in the top half of the show, but we'll get back to it, I'm sure. And I'm sure that people want to talk about Julian and want to talk about the media and want to talk about all that. And I want to hear from you. So comment and let me know. I'm going to check Facebook, see if there's been any comments. I still can't believe how many people are here. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. And support the show if you can. But we're going to get back to the media. Just in case you're just joining us, I'm going to backpedal a little bit. Media is weaponized propaganda. I think everybody understands that, or they should. They should understand that. But if the media was real, they would be Julian Assange. That would be scary to them. Think about it. If reporting was real, if journalism was real, if that was on in this country, and there was any integrity in journalism and reporting, wouldn't it terrify you that someone in your field is being telling the truth? WikiLeaks has never, ever published false information, not one time in their entire existence. All of this information that people are upset about WikiLeaks releasing is true information. It's not because it's not true. They're upset because it is true. And then the news is ignoring what's released. During the primaries, the news tried to tell people that it was illegal to read the WikiLeaks. The media got on and tried to tell people it was illegal to read WikiLeaks. That really happened. That really happened. They got on TV and told people not to look at them, that you weren't allowed to read them. They never said they weren't true, and you never saw them report on them. But they tried to tell you that Russia got Julian to investigate Hillary. No. Seth Rich leaked the emails to WikiLeaks. I'm 100% sure of it. And I do vigils for Seth on the anniversary. I did a vigil at Jeff City at the Capitol for Seth. Seth Rich is a national hero, and he died, I believe, with my whole core, giving us that information. He died for it. They'd have you believe he died in a botched robbery, but absolutely nothing was taken. And we can get into Seth a little bit more if you want. But Seth Rich leaked that information, in my opinion. But whoever did, Russia didn't. Russia didn't. WikiLeaks didn't get it from Russia, and WikiLeaks isn't a Russian organization. But the media would have you believe that they are. The media tries to tell everybody that they are. They're a foreign agency. That's not true. The media lies to you on a daily basis. That's what they do. No matter what channel you watch. So if you watch mainstream media and you're sitting there talking to me, yelling at the screen right now, going, Sean, you're wrong. The media is not lying to me. They absolutely, what you're getting is a different flavor of whatever approved narrative has been released for the public. They're not reporting on anything that they're not supposed to report on. They're not telling you anything they're not supposed to tell you. And they are not exposing any truth. There will be no Watergate expose ever again from the mainstream media. The mainstream media is corporate pageantry. CIA weaponized propaganda. And it has been for a long time. A very, very, very long time. For decades. It's dangerous. Steve says, am I familiar with Susie Dawson? I have had her shared to me, and I need to look into a lot of her stuff. I've heard a lot about her. She is Steve could probably tell me more, but I'm way behind in my research because I have a full-time job. You know, eventually this will be my only job, and then I will be on top of it. But people send me all kinds of things. I get videos sent to me by a lot of people, and thank you so much to everybody that does that, but I get so far behind. And Susie is somebody I've been meaning to look into, but I've been watching some other feeds, and like I said, I've been following the mother and some of the family and friends of Julian on Twitter, in their Twitter feeds and their social media. But what's going on with Julian is disgusting, and it's very important for us to realize that that is our job and our responsibility to do something about that, and that nothing will happen if we don't. Absolutely nothing. And maybe the worst will happen. I'm afraid, honestly, of what will happen to Julian if we allow it to. It scares me. It really does. You know, and even more as somebody that wants to be a journalist and wants to be a content creator, but just as an American citizen, as a citizen of this planet, it scares me because the man did nothing but share the truth. And look what it's cost him. Look what it's cost him. What reason is there to be a truth teller? You know, they shut down people like me. I'm trying to do something that is an uphill battle. Every show I do, no matter what show it is, all center around the truth. Every one of them. So I'm trying to tell the truth. I'm the kind of thing that they want to shut down. I'm a dissenting voice. They don't want anybody on the media talking about Seth Rich, talking about Julian Assange in a positive way, telling the truth about Julian Assange. They don't want that. They want to shut people like me up, and they'll do all they can to shut me up. So you got to support it. You got to fight. That's how we fight. I'm not talking about a bloody revolution. I'm talking about getting involved, getting loud, staying active, and staying vigilant. Because we're allowing it to continue. Our silence is our consent. And when we're silent, we are consenting. Don't be silent. Never lose your sense of outrage. Stay mad until we start seeing this change. Until we start moving society forward. Stay. Wake the others. It is the responsibility of the woke to wake the others. You cannot just stay and be like, well, I'm not part of it. You are part of it. No matter how you choose to fight, no matter what you choose to do moving forward, just do something. Anything. And we can stop this. Ginger said, I've shared Susie with you in Five Eyes. Yes, I know, but I have to work and I do 5 shows. So I'm so far behind. But look, right after this, I promise, I'm going to dig into all of that stuff that you sent me because Ginger's awesome. Ginger does send me a lot of really cool stuff. So does Steve, and so does, I don't know if Elizabeth is here, but Elizabeth does, and a couple other people. Ethan has been really great and done a lot of research for me in the past. There's a lot of good friends that send me a lot of really cool stuff. Larry, I'm leaving people out. I feel like I'm doing an Oscar speech and I'm leaving people out. Someone's going to get their feelings hurt. But I know, Ginger, I know I'm way behind. I got to get up on my research, especially with the Five Eyes thing, because that sounds super interesting. And I host a conspiracy theory show every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. We do conspiracy theories and chill. And Five Eyes sounds something perfect for conspiracy theories and chill. No promises, Sean. We're all super busy. I get it. Oh, yeah. No, we are. Everybody is. You know, the average person needs two jobs to survive. This is my second job. I have a regular job. I got a job I got to go to every day and punch the clock, and I'm sure you do too. This is my dream. I do this on the side, and I also do stand-up comedy. But hey, I'm glad to see Yuli's here. Go ahead and comment anything you guys want to talk about. We're ranting. This is the rant show. But I've went on my topic. I've spent 45 minutes talking about how the media is nothing but lies and Julian Assange is being persecuted. And the most important thing I want us to take away from that is it is our responsibility to save Julian. No one is coming to save him. Stop waiting on a hero and realize we got to do this ourselves. It's our job. Ginger says all my rant peeps are here. I'm glad that this is taken off. This show, I was worried about this one. I didn't know if this would actually make it as a show because me just getting on here and getting angry, but it seems to work. It seems to do good. Plus, there's a lot to get angry about. There's a lot going on in the world to be angry about. Yuli says, I try to make it, but like Sean just said, life's a trip. Life is a trip. Life is tough for everybody. And just do all you can. When I tell you to fight, and when I say we need to fight and we need to do all we can to wake people up, what I mean is doing all you can. That doesn't mean living and breathing this fight and trying to wake people up all day long and obsessing over it. It just means doing all you can. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. So just spread truth. Do what you can. Make the change you want to see in your life now, moving forward. And don't tolerate and don't be quiet about these things that are unacceptable. And that's how we change them. That's how we make real change. We can do it. We have that power. That's what they don't ever want us to realize. We have the power if we would just take ownership. But people don't want to do that. They're like, well, it's not my fault. It's not my fault, the evil in the world. Well, it is. It is. And until we take ownership, we're not going to be able to stop it. We're not going to build a fight back against it. We've got to own it. We've got to take responsibility, and we've got to do all we can to change the way things are. And we cannot allow Julian Assange to be extradited to the United States and prosecuted for crimes of treason. We cannot allow that to stand. That has got to be a big issue for everyone moving forward and a huge part of our fight that we have to defend Julian Assange and make it well known. Call your senator, do whatever you can to make it known that you do not support the prosecution of Julian Assange. Because nothing short of that will do anything to help Julian. That is how we help Julian, by spreading the truth about what he does and what WikiLeaks is. Because the average person is being told they're a Russian propaganda network. That's not true. That's a lie. WikiLeaks spreads the truth. WikiLeaks has never published anything that isn't true in their entire existence. And Julian Assange is a truth teller and a warrior for the truth movement. And we need to do everything we can to make it loud as we can that we do not support this, that we do not condone going after this man for telling the truth. The truth, if it can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed. If the truth can take it down, if the truth can unravel something, it deserves to be destroyed. It deserves to be taken down. You got to stop being afraid of the truth. The truth sets you free. The truth is also our weapon. This is the age of deceit. We live in the age of deceit. Everything around us is a lie. You fight that with the truth. That's the weapon that we have. And I will keep trying to spread the truth. And, I do 5 different shows. If you want to support those, please do. And that's what I'm doing to spread the truth. But if I end up out in my garage on a ham radio, because I've been banned on every platform, that's what I'm going to do. Like my hero, William Cooper. He did his show out of his garage. He had a pretty large following as well. He was Alex Jones before Alex Jones existed. William Cooper's Alex Jones, if Alex Jones wasn't a disinformation shill, which is all Alex Jones is. But Yuli says, I agree, all else aside, that would set the world worst precedents. Ginger says, just shared to all my Assange groups. Thank you. But no, he's sitting in that prison, and it is just a crime against humanity. It is a crime against humanity what is being done to Julian Assange. We should not be supporting that with our silence. And that is what is allowing it. And we need to get loud and speak truth to power and let them know we do not support or condone this. Do all you can. That's all you can do, is all you can. And like I said, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. So just do your part. And bickering and arguing with people on Facebook isn't what I mean. I mean telling the truth, getting the truth out there, sharing the truth, being the media, informing regular people. But once you trigger somebody, once you trigger their cognitive dissonance, they're not even listening to you anymore. So an argument's not going to do you any good. You just got to sprinkle the truth. I think we need to work on our approach. Helen says, what are we ranting about? Assange, the lying media, and self-doubt. We moved off self-doubt. We touched self-doubt in the beginning, but self-doubt sucks. And if you ever doubt yourself, remember to stay on track and keep moving forward. But the media, the lying media, and Julian Assange is what we're mostly focusing on, because truth is being killed in real time. Truth is being eliminated. Truth is being killed. That is not me being sensationalist. That is the truth of it. You know that there is literal book burning that goes on in this country. They don't literally burn books, but they eliminate books. There are 437, I believe, books on the chopping block this year alone from the Literary Society that bans books. They banned 300 and something last year for different reasons, because they covered gay and lesbian rights, because they dealt with those issues, because they dealt with trans issues, because they're considered violent. They ban books every year. They shut down platforms. They shut down streaming sites. They shut down, put you in Facebook jail. There's all kinds of censorship that's going on right now, and it is all focused on shutting up the truth. It has nothing to do with war against fake news or war against conspiracies. That's what they say, but that is not the truth. The National Enquirer has existed for a long time and will keep existing. They're not worried about that. They're not worried about stories that Hillary's a lizard person. They're worried about things that Julian Assange shared, things that WikiLeaks puts out. Real truth getting to the people. That's what they're worried about. That's what they're doing all they can to stop and shut down. And we can't allow it. We can't allow it, and we can't stand for it. And what is happening right now is a crime against us, being done to one man against all of us. And if we allow Julian Assange to be taken down and to be prosecuted in the United States and whatever fate awaits him, if we allow it to happen and we don't flood the streets and we don't do all we can to stop it, then that's on us. And we can't sit around and wonder why we're living in this dystopian nightmare future that we're creating for ourselves when we end up there. We need to realize and notice that it's happening right now in real time. You know, when they deplatformed Alex Jones, everybody was cheering about it. Everybody was so excited and so happy because Alex Jones sucks, and I totally agree with you. But deplatforming anybody is not good. Censorship, even when done by corporations, is not good, and it's not something we should cheer. They will shut the truth down if we let them. They will make it to where no one hears anything. Thank you, Babos. Babos said the truth's getting out tonight. I know, Ginger, 600. That's unreal. We went viral tonight. A Yankey Rants show. I'm doing my best to stay on topic and stay professional and mostly to not like this, but 600? That was crazy. I've never imagined it would reach that level, but that excites me and that gives me hope moving forward because I want this to be my job. I will be doing this professionally from now on. So if you liked this, you know, we've never gotten out to this many people. If you liked this and you had a good time, we do these regular. This show will be on again next Thursday night at 8 p.m. But I have 5 different shows. I do the Daily Burn every day at 7 p.m. Then I do the Hindsight News every day, Monday at 8 p.m. Conspiracy Theories and Chill every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And Yankee Show, which is a fun show where we just talk about things. I'm a stand up comic. I tell stories from the road, I tell stories about my life. We talk about things like a Howard Stern morning show type of show. Nothing like Howard Stern, but like that. I even intend to do song parodies in the future, and we play little games. It's fun. But I do 5 different shows, and I will be doing it professionally moving forward. Steve says, I feel like a proud parent. Steve has been with me from the very beginning and shares like a champ, and Ginger as well. And thank you to every one of you guys who have believed in me before I even knew that this was what I wanted to do. Before I even knew I wanted to make this my job, you believed in me and you pushed me and you kept me going. And this has been exciting. This episode has been really exciting. And it's been very hard to stay on topic because of how much we gotten out. But I'm glad that I did because this is an important discussion. What's happening with Julian Assange is criminal. We cannot allow it. And we're allowing it. We need to take ownership of that. We're allowing it if we let it happen. It can't happen without our consent. And silence is our consent. That's the way it works. Ginger says Rants is her favorite show. Rants is a fun show to do. My favorite is Conspiracy Theories and Chill, though. That's my baby. And the one that's my personal favorite right now is the Daily Burn because it makes me a better person. The Daily Burn is a revolution show and it's a motivational show. And I have to build myself up and pump myself up to do it every day. So it makes me grow as a person. So I'm getting the most out of the Daily Burn. I love that one. Helen says Conspiracy Theories and Chill's her favorite. Helen's an old schooler too. Helen was my very first patron on Patreon, my very first supporter, and I'll never forget it. But it really means a lot. If you would support the show, please do. Support us on Patreon, support us on PayPal, support us by sharing, get it out. And I really appreciate that. And everybody that did that tonight for me, you guys are rock stars. And thank you so much for helping us be successful. And thanks for getting this out. What I talk about, no matter what show it is always going to center around the truth. And it's always going to be unpopular speech. This is the kind of speech that needs protection. The kind of speech that is unpopular, that people don't want to see out there. This is what we got to fight to protect. Independent journalism and truth. We got to do all we can to protect it. And we got to stay loud. We cannot allow this to happen. Ginger said it keeps freezing. Yeah, I know. We're going to work with settings, and we got a new computer coming. Facebook finally released the money. The money is here. So everybody that gave in that fundraiser for the new computer, thank you so much. And we should have it in about a week. I know I said that a week ago, but I thought Facebook was going to be quicker releasing the money. But they finally did. I finally have it. I can put it in the guy's hands. He can get to work on ordering the parts, and we'll have the new computer, and it's going to be a beast. I'm sorry. I told myself if I made it in an hour, I would allow myself to do this. But it'll be better now because now I won't be thinking about this. But I'm going to quit these. Don't ever smoke. Smoking is the stupidest thing you could do. But we're going to be wrapping up soon. I want to hear from you, though. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to rant about? What's on your mind? What do you want to share about Julian? What do you want to share about the media? Anything that we talked about tonight? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Take part in the show. But remember to get out there and do all you can and fight. Fight. Always fight. And always keep spreading the truth. The truth is what will set us free. It's our weapon. And it's how we're going to win. And it's how we fight the power that is in control of us. We fight it by sharing the truth and spreading the truth and being the media. And what that means is just sharing it, getting truth out there, putting it in front of people. You can only plant seeds. You can't make people listen to you, but you can put it in front of them and you can point them at it and do all that to try and point them in the right direction. And that's all I'm asking. So that's easy. That's something anyone can do. And just do that. And you're doing all you can. When I say do all you can, that's what I mean. Ginger says, did you know that Julian is in solitary for 23 hours a day? No, I did not know that. That is disgusting. They kept his mail for 90 days until supporters stood up and fought back. And see, that's what I'm talking about. The people have power. We have to fight for Julian. We have to do this. Nothing else will make it happen. We have to make it happen. We have to do everything that we can. And if we do, we can do something to help him. But it's going to have to be us. There is no hero going to ride in and save Julian. It's got to be me and you. It's got to be us. We have to do it. You know, Ginger says on October 21st, he goes before the magistrate for future hearings. In February is his extradition hearing. So we have till February. We need to get loud. We need to really start using our intelligence and thinking of better ways to fight. Because to keep doing the same thing over and over again is literally insanity. And we need to change our approach. We got to wake people up. But thanks for watching. This has been Yankey Rants. Like I said, we do this every Thursday. We'll be back next Thursday at 8 p.m. And let me make sure that there's no comments before we wrap up. But Facebook crashed on me again. And if you're commenting on Facebook, I can't see what you're saying. Thank you to everybody that was here and everybody that commented and took part in the show. I will see you guys on the next episode, next Thursday at 8, and tomorrow at 8 for the Yankee Show. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Get out there and spread the truth. Share this. Let people know about what's happening with Julian Assange. Let people know about the media. Let people know what we're up against, and let them, most importantly, know how we fight it. We can win. We can stop this. We just have to stop tolerating it. Thanks for watching.